Hello, it's Kelly here from Spiritual Awakening Signs, your guide to the Spiritual Awakening experience, and we've got a brand new class today that's all about manifesting. So this should be a really exciting and fun class that we're doing to teach you all about manifesting and everything that you need to know. All the reasons why manifesting maybe hasn't worked for you in the past, because that happens to a lot of us and it happened to me too. So we're going to be covering all of that today. But first, I'm really excited to announce that this month's new meditation is all about manifesting. It's called the Manifesting Magnet, and it's a meditation specifically created to help you to plug into source energy, the sacred power of positivity, and to send out your manifestation. You get guided through the whole process, and it makes it really, really simple for you. So that is available. It's only available for the next 7 days. And because of the post we put out the other day, we're having a small price increase. For the first 3 days, you can get it for $45, which is the usual price. And then afterwards, we go up to our new regular price. So the early bird pricing ends and we move up to $62. So slight change, but I'm giving people some time to get used to it. So if you get in there quick until Sunday at midnight, you can get it for the same price of $45. So I'm very excited about that. So let's get into today's class, and please feel free to say hello and let me know where you're coming from, and also if you resonate with any of the things that we're sharing on here. So if you've done manifesting before, maybe you've tried it, you might be in a good space right now. You might be in a place where you're ready to manifest your best life, you want good things, you believe in the law of attraction, you're putting out positive vibes. Because we've been doing a lot of work over the last few months in the meditations that I'm sharing and the content that I'm putting out there to bring you up to this certain level where you can start to really move forward in your ascension process. So it's time for manifestation to become a reality for you, and it's time for you to be able to step into your own power as a co-creator. But what you might be finding is that no matter what you try, it's just not quite working for you in the way that it should. And by the way, it should. So if it's not quite working, there's something going wrong, and there's a few key reasons why manifesting doesn't always work the way that we would like it to work. So I'm going to cover some of those reasons, which will hopefully help you to make some realizations and some aha moments in what it is that you might be doing that's actually impeding the reality of your manifestation becoming in the physical. So the first key thing that I see people doing wrong is that we're not fully charged. So I'm going to break this down to help you understand it just a little bit better. But, you know, for those of us on the awakening pathway, we're usually pretty sensitive people. I know I'm speaking for myself in that, but I see it a lot in the members of the group and in you guys as you follow us. We try really hard to stay aligned with the spiritual and to maintain that kind of higher vibration. But we can be really intensely affected by the energy of people around us, the environment we're in, the kind of thought forms and the patterns, the auras of other people, the energy of the land. We're extremely sensitive, and it can have a really detrimental effect if you don't find a way to top your energy back up. So remember, we've talked in the last few videos about that balance of positive and negative, always trying to shore up on the positive energy. So you really need to find a way to be able to rebalance that. And you need to think of your energy body a little bit like a battery. So there's only so much energy inside that battery, and every interaction you have as you move throughout your day, whether it's a conversation or you're on your phone, you're on social media, you're out buying groceries, whatever it is that you're doing, every interaction chips away a little part of that energy. It depletes the battery further, and it's socialising that tends to do it. Now you might notice that naturally in your life you get exhausted by a lot of socialising and interaction with others, but it's more than just the physical drain. It's physical, it's mental, it's emotional, and it's energetic. So really on every level you're getting a little bit of energy stripped away from you. And the problem with that is that you need to keep your battery as full as you possibly can. And don't worry, because if you need help with that, the meditation that we're launching this month, the Manifesting Magnet, can help with that. So I'll get back to that in a few minutes and give you some more information if that's something that you're interested in. But the good thing is, it's about charging yourself back up, and the meditation can do that a bit like plugging into a lightning cable. You know, these cables you get for your phone, and they can charge it at lightning speed. That's kind of what we're doing with the meditation. Right, the second reason I see why manifesting often doesn't work is that you don't believe you deserve it. Okay, if you don't 100% believe that you deserve what it is you're trying to manifest, it won't happen for you. Period. It just won't happen. It's the law of the universe, and we've all got different reasons why somewhere deep down we think we don't deserve. Maybe it's the mistakes that you made in the past. Maybe it's doubts and regrets. There's lots of different reasons. It could be something you're ashamed of, or someone maybe once just told you that you weren't any good. Whatever the reason, these things need to be acknowledged and they need to be accepted. And it's once you can accept and acknowledge them, you can clear them. And you need to understand that all humans, all light workers make mistakes. That's how we learn. We come here, we make mistakes, we learn from it, and we do better the next time. You know, as light workers, we're no exception to that. That's how you learn here in the 3D world. And we are fallible. We're human, we make mistakes. That is the nature of Earth in this 3D reality. And we incarnate here in order to learn, and pain is a hell of a teacher. It really is. There's no greater teacher than pain, even though it's really uncomfortable. But it's in admitting and accepting these so-called mistakes that we've made that we can actually start to transcend them. We can clear them out. So you need to start changing that perspective of, I've done wrong, I made mistakes, I'm ashamed, I don't accept myself, into a real energy of positivity, so that you can make that shift in the vibration that you're actually sending out into the universe. Really important. Okay, reason number 3, you must keep yourself clear. Okay, I'm going to expand on that a little bit because it could be confusing. The best way to understand it is, think of your energy like a body of water. Okay, it can be contaminated by one drop of poison. Just one drop can ruin the entire body of that water. It's undrinkable, it's impure. Well, that's kind of like us when there's negativity in our energy and vibration when it enters our space, because it kind of muddies the waters. It dulls our clarity, it dulls our sparkle. But just like water can be contaminated and then it can be filtered, it can be cleared, we can be cleared too. We're no exception, we can be cleared too. So that's when you start to realise that you were never really undeserving. You just tipped the balance for a little while. And it's an unavoidable part of being human, this constant tipping of positive to negative. So you need to find a way somehow to be at peace with it, to be okay with it. You still need to play your 3D part in being here on Earth. And in that sense, being a light of positivity in a world of duality, constantly draining and infecting your energy, it's really, really challenging. But if you can find a way to top yourself up so that you can still send that positive signal out, even when you're off the charger, so to speak, that's what's really going to make the change. And those ugly doubts will rear their heads again. Just like the pool of water, a little drop of poison will get in there and it'll seem all contaminated. So you just need to keep tipping those scales in your favour, to be unconditionally loving and accepting of yourself, to really make that shift so that you know you're being true to who you really are as a light worker and as a spiritually awakened being. Okay, the last reason that I spot people struggling with manifestation is you're only part-time positive. Right? This is what we all do. You're only part-time positive. So the power of positivity really is epic, but you weaken the strength of it when you indulge in negative thoughts, negative energy of any form. I know firsthand how hard that can be, especially when you're struggling and everything feels out of control. Maybe you're having a really difficult time, but there is one thing in your life that you do have control over, and that's your thoughts. So you can choose to reframe any situation, and it really does come down to speaking to yourself a little bit like a child. I've had to do that at times as well. It's like you have to use that compassionate tone to try and call yourself back round, speak to yourself in a positive way. But it's about starving the negative energy of its power by just really not indulging in it in any way and putting your focus into the positive instead. It's about making a different choice. When those two roads are in front of you, do I choose the positive route or the negative route? Choose the positive no matter what, even if it doesn't really feel that genuine to how you feel right now. It's not easy and it takes guts because you've constantly got to police yourself to stop yourself slipping into these different patterns. So you're looking out for things like a negative mindset or a negative attitude, negative self-talk, so things like it's never going to get any better, what's the point, I'm not worth it. Watch out for those. They're really, really powerful vibrations to send out, and the universe will send an energy back. So watch out for those, catch yourself when they happen. Feeling like you don't deserve good things, that's another big issue. Comes up for all of us, so watch out for it. That feeling where someone does something nice for you and it doesn't quite sit right, or someone gives you a compliment and you shrug it off, you feel uncomfortable. These are all indicators that somewhere deep down we don't think we really deserve good things, and you can never manifest positivity when you're really sending out the vibration of, I don't really deserve this. And the last thing is excuses. Watch out for excuses. Self-sabotage is rife. We all do it, and it's around us all the time. So you need to be mindful of where you might be making excuses when good things could come into your life, where good opportunities, get set in front of you, and you choose not to take them because of this reason or that reason, and they seem legitimate, but it's just another way of your system saying, I don't really deserve this, I'm going to make sure it doesn't happen for me. So watch out for that. You need to think of these things like gluttony, right? You need to consider it a bit of an ugly indulgence to allow yourself to ruminate in those thoughts and feelings. It's an uncomfortable dinner table, the food is really bad, the company's even worse. So don't talk to those people, don't eat that food, if that makes it any easier. Just catch yourself thinking the negative thought or making the excuse for why you don't deserve something, and just try this next technique instead. It's quite light worker based. So how to supercharge your manifesting power, because it can be done. The key to supercharging your manifesting power is very simple. Accentuate the positive. That's been the theme of this whole video, and it's what I'm going to keep harping on about for the next week and probably further forward from that. Accentuate the positive. So you might even have seen me last month with the launch. Everything went wrong, do you remember? None of the tech worked, and things were snapping, and there were injuries and all these crazy things happening. And it would have been really easy to spiral out of control and say it's all going wrong, and get into a really gloomy mindset. But even in the video, if you got that meditation, you'll see I get a bit of a fright, I get startled, and then it's like, okay, let's get back into this, let's just keep moving forward anyway. You've kind of got to be like that and push yourself forward. You've really got to boost that positive energy, and I mean really boost it, really go at it with gusto and bring it into everything that you do. You need to wake up in the morning and tell yourself, this is going to be a good day, even if it doesn't feel like it. You need to speak to yourself in a kind of happy, uplifting tone. So see that little voice that you have going around your mind? You might not even be that aware of it, but it's constantly there, it's constantly on, and it's making judgments and decisions and shaping your thoughts by what it tells you. And it takes a bit of work to really tune into that and think to yourself, what was I telling myself there? When I was doing that and I started to feel down or I started to feel defeated, what did I tell myself in that moment? And you won't be that aware of it, but the more you ask yourself this question, the more there's that part of you that starts to identify, I told myself it was never going to work for me. I told myself I didn't deserve this. I told myself I was stupid. Whatever it is, that little voice is going all the time. So you want to make sure that you are wrestling that and ensuring that it's feeding positive energy and it's encouraging you to do good in your life and that you accept good things in your life. So you need to get up in a positive mindset, show gratitude for the people around you, show gratitude for the little things like the first sip of coffee and the way the sun comes up over the buildings as you're getting ready for work or wherever you're going in that day. Thinking about how the birds are tweeting as as you get up and you go about your day. These are all tiny little things that we take for granted, but if you can use them like little checkpoints, every time something good happens, recognising it. Okay, the birds are tweeting, check. Okay, my coffee tastes great, that's going to perk me up for the day, check. Okay, I'm so glad that I have the luxury of hot running water this morning, check. You need to look and search for these things and realise how lucky you are to bring that energy of gratitude, to be sending out that positive vibration. And you need to know that a lot of it is a bit of a fake it till you make it attitude. You're going to have to kind of fool yourself into feeling that positivity and practicing it before it really becomes a reality for you. But what I can assure you is that if you can send that out, you're going to change the vibration and the signal that gets sent from you to source to allow it to manifest and reflect back something really positive to you. And it doesn't mean by doing this that you'll never have a negative thought. The mind is an entity all of its own. It's really hard to control, and there's a lot of subconscious patterns and programs running under the surface that we can't always get to. But what you can do in every moment is do what I told you before, is look at those two paths in front of you. Okay, is this the positive path or the negative path? Is this the healthy path or the unhealthy path? And choose the positive, healthy path every single time, and congratulate yourself for making that decision in every moment, because it's two very different polarities of a way that you can spend your day. It's up to you how you choose to focus. And one thing that I will say is it's really, really hard when you have a day that's really challenging to call it back, because the more a few things happen and you notice they all seem to happen at once, and then it's a really bad day, and it's the most natural thing in the world to feel completely defeated, to feel disgruntled, to feel grumpy. We all do it, I do too. But it's about noticing that moment when it comes up and saying, okay, I can see that's happening, this sucks, but I'm not going to let it stop me. It can still be a good day today. It can still be a good afternoon. I can turn this around. And you need to look for that positive mindset in everything that you do. And also speaking to yourself in a healthy tone. So I said earlier, speaking to yourself in a nurturing tone, speaking to yourself in a really caring, uplifting, happy tone. So actually telling yourself when those negative thoughts come up, you know, if something comes up and says, I don't deserve it anyway, speak to yourself, have that thought going around, because as crazy as you might feel to be speaking to yourself, you're putting out a vibration in every moment that you verbalise that. So even if it's in your mind, you can speak to yourself with kindness and say, oh, come on, it's okay, everything's going to be okay. I'm a good person, I deserve good things, it's okay. Bringing that energy in has a totally different vibration. Maybe even as you listen to my voice when I speak like that, if you visualise that being directed at you, if I'd said, of course you're worth it, you're really important, I want you to have good things, you deserve good things. It gives you a different feeling, and that therefore is going to send out a completely different vibration out into the ether, and that's what's going to bounce back all those positive manifestations to you. When you put out an intention, it's going to be a completely different vibe that's going out. So you need to really try to focus on that, and it does take work. It's not easy. I know for me that manifesting has been a kind of challenging thing, because mostly what's happened for me in recent years is that I've manifested without meaning to manifest. So I've thought about something and it's just been a fleeting thought, and the next thing, this very specific thing turns up, and it's like, whoa, that was the thing I was thinking of, how strange is that? Well, that's when you've really let it go. That's when you're in the zone, you know you deserve it, you know you'll get it eventually, it's not a big deal, and you've kind of let it go, and it turns up like that. So we're going to be doing more training over the week. I've got another article coming out on Tuesday, so watch out for that. We're really getting into manifesting in a really big way, and we're going to start off with some smaller things in the meditation. You can also manifest some bigger things, but I would say start putting out some intentions of some good things. Start monitoring those thoughts that you're having. Start kind of encouraging yourself into a more positive mindset, because no one is probably going to be as nice to you as you can be to you if you choose to be it. You need to be that little voice in your mind all the time that says, I deserve good things, it's okay, and accept them when they show up. So I hope that that's helped. Please leave comments and let me know your own experiences with manifestation, and any of the things on here that you've maybe resonated with or noticed have challenged you before. So if you would like some help with manifesting, our new meditation for this month can do that. It's called the Manifesting Magnet. I'm really excited about this because usually it's more like a healing focus that we have, but this guided meditation is going to help you to do all sorts of different things. It will help you to manifest your best life, whatever your heart's desires are, things that you want to send out and attract back into your life. It's going to align you with the sacred power of positivity, really connect you into source and give you, plug you into that energy so that you can top up those positive energy levels like we were talking about throughout the video. And it's going to help you level up in your awakening. This is where you get into the zone where you've done quite a bit of healing. You might still have a way to go, that's all right, but you've come to a different part in your awakening where you're ready to step forward into good things. You're ready to attract good things. You're ready to align with your life purpose or ask for it to be shown to you. And you're ready to really embrace the physical, because that's what it's about. It's about embracing the physical, being comfortable and abundant in the physical. It'll help you to radiate love, compassion and light as we boost those positive energy levels. It'll be able to shine out from your energy. We're going to clear your law of attraction signal to become a magnet to your desires. So kind of like we were talking about in the video, it's about clearing that signal so that it's not interrupted. It's a steady signal of positive energy rather than a steady signal of positive energy with little dips in the chain, little breaks throughout it every time you have a negative thought, anytime something interrupts it. And it's going to connect you directly to source, which is a really powerful energy. It's a bit like the central sun. I don't know if you've heard of that term used. You're really tuning into a very powerful energy. It's quite potent. So if you haven't done any of our meditations before, I'll tell you a little bit about what it really is. You need to think of it a bit like a cross between an energy healing session and a guided meditation. It's an energy healing session, so we're doing a lot of healing work while we do that, making changes, adjusting frequencies, adjusting thought patterns as well, to help you to be more aligned with what you need. And it is channeled directly from a collection of high vibrational guides. So these are the guides that I work with who are absolutely dedicated to helping us really achieve our awakening purpose and move forward. So getting out of the struggling with it and the moving through the transition and just getting to where we're supposed to be to fulfill our life mission and be happy. And I'm actually going to be sharing some more information on them, how I became connected to them, and the really cool conversations we've had, which I'm hoping someday I'll be able to release as a book. There's a lot of stuff they've told me and shared with me, and very much they tell me that they are your guides too. If you're on the awakening pathway, they are there to help all of us, and that's who's helping me bring this wonderful energy through in the meditations. It's a pre-recorded video. It's got healing, it's got clearing and energetic adjustments built into the energy video, and it's a calm and relaxing meditation that's completed in around 15 minutes. So all of us can take 15 minutes to do some manifestation, and it's up to you whether you want to just go into it once and ask for one thing, or do it multiple times for all the different aspects in your life that you want to attract. And watch out for them, because when they come up, what tends to happen with manifestation is people just think it's going to absolutely land in your lap. Sometimes the universe will just give you just a little corner of a page, and you have to, agree to the meeting, or you have to take the next step in some way. So watch out for that and meet the universe. Be a co-creator. Work together with the universe. So remember, this is only available for the next 7 days, and you've got 3 days at the early bird pricing, which is $45. And then on Sunday night at midnight, we switch to the new regular pricing, which will be $62. So get in there early and get your meditation at that early bird price. And thank you to Dee for sending us a little message there. She says she's grateful for the knowledge. I'm more than happy to share this. It's just my experience, but I know that manifesting can be really powerful, and I want all of you guys to be able to do that because it's your birthright. And that's what we're doing here, and that's what the guides are helping us with right now. So thank you to the guides, thank you to you guys. I will put a link in the comments below, and you can take a look at the Manifesting Magnet and see if it feels like a fit for you. And you can also try a free sample of a meditation on that page as well. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.